Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samyak. Let's start the video. Now for today's video I got the topic which is known as HTML. Now what basically is HTML? Now HTML is the short form of hyper text markup language. Now this is the hypertext markup language is called HTML. It's called HTML. Now basically HTML is a language such as Java was a language. HTML is also a language which is used to create the most website. Yes, basically most of the websites are created with the help of HTML as their language. Now today I'm going to show you a simple output statement in HTML. Now just see what you have to do. As in Java we have to write class name. That was the important part in Java. In this thing in HTML we have to write the first thing, that is this type of bracket, that is a greater or less sign. In mathematical term this type of bracket is required. Then you have to write an exclamatory mark like this, and then you have to write doc type HTML. Now this HTML should be in small letters, while doc type will be in capital letters. However, it's not a case sensitive language. Now you have to write doc type HTML, and you have to write here the other thing, which is HTML inside this bracket, HTML. Okay, HTML, let's write, this is also important part. Then we have to write a thing called title. Okay, title, like this we have to write. Now what's title I will explain you when the output will be ready. I will explain you then what title is. Now you have to write the title, such as, let me write Samyak YouTube. Okay, and then another bracket, and then we have to write hash title. Basically like that you have to write. Now all the HTML commands except doc type HTML should have an end with a forward slash at the same time. For example, this line I'm using in comment, so you have to write like this. If I write anything inside it, for example XX, then after the body is over, after the body I have to write hash XX to end the statement, to close the statement. We have used semicolon in Java, and here we have to use just slash here. Okay, that's basically how HTML works. So every statement has to end with hash with the same name except doc type HTML. Now I've written the title Samyak YouTube. Then I'm going to write here. You have to remember that there is no requirements of an IDE in HTML writing. You don't require an IDE, integrated development environment, for HTML, because HTML can be done on simple software such as Notepad also. But what you have to do for running the HTML program I will tell you in the later part of the video. Now I've written title here. Then we are going to write body. This thing we have writing here body, then enter. Then there are three things, that is heading, then that is paragraph. Okay, two things are there basically. Third one is not such important, but I will tell you later what the third thing is. Then for heading we just do something like this, heading like this thing, H1. For the most important heading you have to write H1. For the next important heading you have to write H2. Then for the next important H3, then H4, then H5, and for the least important heading you have to write H6. Sorry for the screenshot. H6 you have to write for the least important heading. Okay, it's like something like that. For h1, let me write here h1. Then moving along, I'm going to write heading. No quotes are required. It's not required at all. Write heading such as this is my first HTML program. You have to write something like this, or anything you can write heading. Then after h1 you have to write the same thing as I told you, a forward slash and then h1, the same thing after the forward slash to close the program. Okay, then moving on to the next part is paragraph. Then we have to write another bracket and here p. Now you can use p all the time you require. It's not necessary to use p1, p2, p3, p4 or anything like that. You can use p many times you require. How many times you will require a paragraph, you can use it p with writing p. Then here after p you have to write hello world or something like that. Basically hello world, it's Java type something. Okay, then forward slash and p again and close the brackets and then move like this thing. Okay, so something like this. One heading we have, one paragraph we have. Now we have to close the HTML. So first of all you have to write hash HTML inside the bracket, something like this. Okay, then you have to write it's there is requirements of hash body also. Then you have to write hash HTML, not hash, it's slash, not hash, it's slash. It's always slash, not hash. And that also forward slash, not back one, because the difference is this one is forward while this one is backward. Okay, so we have to use this forward one, not the backward one. We have to use this and not this, not at all. Okay, then we have to close that HTML and then we have to just save it. Now how you are going to save it, just here save button in your notepad. It's my notepad, you can save it whatever way you want and you have to save it like this. Okay, now it's saved. Now you have to just go to this thing, the document which you made. Then you have to just, you could choose this thing to rename it .html, or you can write .htm, .html, whatever you want, and then just right click. The option you will see open with browser. So default is Chromium browser in my Ubuntu, and I'm going to open with Chromium browser only. Now it's open. I clicked on open. Let's see what happens here. It will take a long time to load. We'll leave it. We will just copy the location and we will open it in any browser we want. We can open it in any browser. Just remove this thing, paste it here. Oh no, it's so much slow, man. Then just html, you have to write this and then go. Now this will happen. This is the basic program. This will happen. Like this, it will happen. Now what's the title? Now something called title is, I told you about title here in the programs. When I just noted the program, wrote the program, I told you about title. Now what's title? This thing. Some like YouTube, inside the title brackets I have written it here, title. Now that's only the title which is here inside. You can see here at the top. Here it's favicon point and here it's a title. The same thing as I wrote here in the program. You can see. And same thing is here. Now this one is heading. This is my first HTML program. That's basically the heading. See, you can see it here, the heading h1. This is my first HTML program. The same thing is here. And there is another thing called paragraph. Here it's hello world. The paragraph is hello world, and the same thing is here also. Basically hello world. Okay, you can see here hello world. Now that's something good information about basic HTML output statement. This is how you can just print output. Now while writing the HTML command, you have to remember that there is recurrence of doctype HTML as the first part, then HTML as the second importance, then this one is optional, hash title is optional. You should not, you can write, you cannot, that depends on you. Then body is required because without body also it will work, but if a website is made, then you have to give some body, or you will not show a blank page there. Then last thing is closing of all the thing is required, like h1 is closed here by /h1, p is closed by, paragraph is closed by /p, body is closed by hash body, then HTML is closed by /HTML. So it is required. Now this was how you can just print basic HTML commands, basic HTML command of output. Now I will give you tutorials, and there are tutorials also in HTML. Now the other thing, there is no required IDE for using HTML. You can just type in your notepad and save it. The file you can save as .html extension, and that will work as your website. But you can host your HTML by some hosting agents such as 000webhost.com or something like that. While if you want to use any IDE, then basically you can use the IDE is called BlueFish IDE, which I have currently installed in my computer. It's called the BlueFish IDE. You can see on the left side. Now it's open. The BlueFish IDE is opened. Now this thing is called BlueFish IDE. Now it's better to use IDE, but why? Why will you use? It's better, I know, but why will you use IDE when you have another options? Okay, something like this will happen if you use IDE. Okay, it's easy to define IDE. Doctype HTML, HTML /HTML, title /title, body /body, h1 /h1, p /p. Now it's how can you use your IDE, and just run the program. The output will be as same as other things, but it's easy to type in IDE. Now this IDE, it's showing you CSS, forms, fonts and frames, and I think you can use CSS also here, and you can add HTML5 here, and there was PHP option also, but I just removed that PHP option. Close on. That's all. So this was how you can do. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you like my tutorial, then please give a like button, and of course hit the subscribe button, and just ring that bell also to get notified at the first video, at the first time whenever I post a first video in that day. So subscribe, like, share and ring that bell. Thanks for watching.